Gombawa, everybody, and welcome to the Daily High with Tone Vase and Matt McGregor. I'm here in Kanazawa, Ishikawa, which is on the west side of Japan, on an onsen style resort. Been fantastic. We just arrived, and I'm still getting unpacked and everything, but I can't wait. It's gonna be great. Tone, how are you, mate?
I'm good. I'm good. For those that don't know what an onsen is, you want to do a quick 30-second explanation?
Yeah,
I
it's
love
just a place. Yeah, you would love them because you're a Russian. But for me as an Aussie, it's a bit weird. But sort of like imagine you've just for the Aussies watching, imagine you've just finished a footy game and you're covered in mud. You shower off with all the boys. All that's normal, right? But then you go in a big bath together with all the boys and soak it up. Plenty of Aussies who played footy can relate to that, and that's pretty much what it is. Everyone's fantasy is that it's like, oh, it's like this mixed bath onsen with beautiful geishas everywhere. Nah, it's just a bunch of old hairy dudes, and they're only hairy in one spot for some reason.
Yeah, no, people know I'm a big fan of like saunas. I do prefer the co-ed versions of the saunas way better than the segregated male-only versions. But in Asia, they're almost always segregated by sex, and there are only two sexes in Asia, other than the acceptance of the concept of ladyboys. But we're not going to get into the subject here.
Well, well, Japan's really funny because there's three types of onsens. There's the female-only onsen, the male-only onsen, and the mixed onsen, which is so they might as well just say female-only, male-only, male-only, because that's pretty much what
Yeah.
it is. No girls are going in that boys one. That's for sure. Awesome. Let's crack on. Bang. This is
All
going to be
right.
a short show today because we've got a fantastic show coming up in what, an hour from now, Tone, with Mark Woods. Take us through it.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be a new show being launched. It's gonna start out weekly. I'm gonna help Mark Wood out with his first couple of shows, and then hopefully, he'll run it himself. I'll be an occasional guest. Maybe others will be guests as well. Mark is an incredible analyst. He has like 100 charts. We're not gonna be able to go through all of them. We'll go through some of them. He does traditional markets. He's a student of the late Tyler Jenks. He was one of his consulting clients. He basically immersed himself into everything Tyler taught him. It's going to be a great show.
Yep,
1 hour
sure
from
is.
now, in 1 hour, come back to this channel in 1 hour. All right, let's
So
go.
we'll keep it short and sharp because
Go for it.
all the TA is going to be on with Mark. I'll go first. Hell, why not? You'll probably go again with Mark. So, uh, what's happened since I last looked at the price? Excellent, excellent. All right, so I'm still in that trade I was in from yesterday, which I added to live on air. I was underwater throughout the show yesterday. I reckon the candle got to as low as 61,200, so I was a few $100 underwater. Didn't do anything, just stayed in, just hung in there, and yeah, I mean the trade did really well. I would have definitely cleared out of that trade, you know, under 60,700. That would have given me $1,000 um leeway there, which is probably too much. Do you know what I mean? Because I think 6x leveraged in that position, so that would have been a considerable loss had it have come down there. And I've got to be honest, going to bed, I was like, fuck it, I'll set a stop loss, which I sort of did, and I even went a little bit lower just because I wanted to give it some space. The reason I was interested, and I was tentatively interested in the show. I didn't expect it was going to do this directly, but yesterday in the show, I said, "Oh, look, it could easily come lower." Granted, I absolutely said that, but I liked that we had got up and we were really excited here, and then we Bart Simpson head, and we came up and we were really excited here, and we came down. But unless we go lower, I'm not that concerned. Unless we break the MRI support and resistance zone, which correlates really well with this bottoming pattern here, we're putting in a higher low, which I really like. It's if anyone's I don't want to say a student of mine, but like I've been keeping up with the stuff that I talk about in nearly every show. I basically got just one trick that I just continually keep doing, which is just trying to get a really good buy. Like I was saying, oh, you should buy around 60 because it'll be higher low than here. So it was the same move on just a smaller time frame. So I wanted to get some exposure because I had a pretty good defined stop loss, and I stayed in the trade. Was a bit concerned, and it's kicked off. So we're good. We're good. But this is very, very interesting, regardless of my trade or whatever I was thinking. This is the spot that we've been talking about for a week that we wanted to break. This is it. So what now? I don't know. I don't know. I still want to see. I know that I'm just choosing another target above the target I already had, but like we want to start getting higher than 66 and all that sort of stuff. But this is the first great step that I wanted to see. Breaking, first of all, breaking here to put in a higher high, breaking the MRI support and resistance at 64,000. That's what we've been talking about for a week. Well, we've done it. We've done it. What now? I don't know. It could easily kick on from here. This is what I wanted to see. And it's still concerning. I'm in this trade. I'm just going to put a break even stop in here and just let this thing ride. Absolutely let this thing ride. That's what I've decided I'm going to do. I don't care. I like the 12-hour as we move it up now. We've just had a bullish cross on the 12-hour. That's really nice. We had a fake bullish cross here that didn't amount to anything, but it's a first, it's like a secondary step. The 4-hour bullish cross, the 12-hour bullish cross is what we want to see in concession. The daily bullish cross, which if you just get rid of the price for a second, is not too far away itself. Now that is starting to get interesting. The daily bullish cross, that's starting to get very interesting. And while I'm on that topic, we'll go to the 3-day time frame. This is the thing. I go through the progression, the 1 hour, the 4 hour, all the rest of them. Well, we're still below at the moment, but it's not out of the realm to come up and cross, in time. What do we look like with the price charts back on? Well, we're exactly at the 30, exactly like Crypto at the 30. Well, we need to get above that, don't we? We've got 2 days and 10 hours left in this candle. The candle's just open. We are on a green star candle. I like that. We're starting to get above these closing swing highs here. I don't know. I'm liking it. I would love to get above the 30. I would love to clear the zone here on this candle, specifically this candle, and then close the next candle, open the next candle above the 30 in 2 days and 10 hours. Finally, going on to the weekly. What are we looking at on the weekly? How does it look? Exactly what I didn't want to see, that we've just touched on the 7 simple moving average. So I think as I come back to you, Tone, now, the summation of what I've gone through now is I'm very positive. I'm very happy, but there's still a gap. There's still a gap. Before you go any further, please like and subscribe, share it with your friends. I don't have my mic tonight, so all my slaps you can actually hear, where normally the mic would tune that out. So I've got to be mindful of that. Please like and subscribe, share it with your friends. Please use the affiliate links in the Discord group and join the Discord group below. Very exciting news. I'll have the contract signed tomorrow, but I'm going to be the captain of a team in the BitGet trading competition that they're having, their annual trading competition. I want all of the followers on here to join, and all of our Discord followers. I want to put a team together of a few hundred people. I want to win this year's BitGet trading competition with you. So there's more information to come on that soon, but the deal is done with BitGet, and I will be bringing that promotion to you as soon as possible. It's the minimum buy-in is $100. It's a 2-week trading competition in June, so free up your schedule. We as a collective are taking out that grand prize. I'm just throwing that out there now. A little bit premature. Tone, take us through it.
All right, let me jump into the charts. I mostly agree with what you said, Matt. Now the weekly, I'm gonna go the other direction. The weekly being at that moving average, and it barely got rejected from it. It doesn't concern me yet because there's still 4 days to go. So if we're sitting down in the middle of this candle going into the weekend, then yeah, it got rejected. But we have so much time. The candle is not even halfway, or it's about halfway. Today's halfway through the day on Wednesday. So we're about halfway there. The weekly chart is looking promising. I'm getting that feeling that I'm not actually going to get my weekly MRI buy opportunity, which is unfortunate. I kind of want that MRI buy, but I also want the price of Bitcoin higher sooner than later. And if I had to pick one versus another, I'd rather have the price of Bitcoin higher sooner than later. I would say this is my most important chart right now this is the 4-day allocation chart, because this current candle is breaking both moving averages, especially from where this candle began. And this is a 4-day candle. It has less than 10 hours to go. And if this candle closes above 64,000, and then the next candle starts going higher, that is perfect. That allows me to enter my 100% bullish trade next candle, because it will be above both moving averages. Both moving averages are going to start to rise, and there's going to be a crossover on the moving averages. So if I remove the price, you will see that if next candle starts trading above 65,000, you will see these moving averages cross over. Now, I probably should wait for next candle to come close to its end. So I'm perhaps not going to rush into this trade. I know I said I was going to go from 20% straight to 100%. But if next candle, if we're doing the show at this time tomorrow, and the price of Bitcoin is above 65,000, I'm probably going to go from 20% to 50%. And then if that candle is closing above 65,000, I will then add the other 50%. And that's because I'm afraid that next candle has the potential to go from 65,000 to 72,000. Just this next 4-day candle, like just over the weekend. I know it's not normal for it to go up over the weekend, but this is one of those weekends where if we have momentum going into Friday evening, closing the candle at 66, 67, I can see a major liquidity crunch and non-ETF traders just buying up all the Bitcoin over the weekend, creating a short squeeze on the exchange over the weekend, causing the ETF holders to kind of catch up or adjust on Monday morning. I can definitely envision that. Remind me to talk about this closer to like on our Friday show, especially if the price of Bitcoin is pushing 67,000 on Friday. Let me put the price back on right there. And this candle feels a little bit different. The reason why it feels a little bit different is because everything was aligned for this candle to drop this exact same amount. Well, like this was looking like it was going to be one of these candles here that you see on May 7th, where the prior candles broke the moving average. Then we thought we were gonna, rally, and then we closed back below the moving average. And the next candle started playing games with us, and eventually it got shut down. Now, this candle can still turn into one of these candles, but everything was aligned for today to be a bearish day. And not only is it a monster bullish day, it's a green star bullish day that's leaving the 20-period moving average on the daily in the dust and is about to challenge the 50-period moving average. Now, that is going to be a bit of a challenge. Breaking this 50-period moving average will certainly establish higher highs across both on a closing basis and intraday basis. And if the price of Bitcoin can get close to that MRI resistance line at 67, I think that MRI resistance line will be broken. And once that MRI resistance line is broken, I want to be 100% long position before that. Matt, you got a question?
No, I was just saying it's off. It's fucking off at that point. It's gone. That's it. I don't need to see higher high. I don't need to see 72. I don't need to see 80 at that point. That 67 for me is looking real nice to break.
All right. And on a short-term level, this is the 1-hour chart. The 1-hour chart has broken the MRI resistance line. Look at this beautiful MRI resistance line right here. And we've completely broken it. We're going higher. We broke it with a green star candle, which is very, very clean. And finally, on the 4-hour chart, we have not yet officially broken the MRI resistance line on a 4-hour because we do need to close this candle there, and we still have an hour and a half to go. What's up, Matt?
No. I thought you're right. We haven't closed the candle. I thought, yeah, we've broken it, dude, but we haven't.
Yeah, we do need to close the candle above it. I do think it's promising. It's happening in the beginning of the count. We had a nice clean green star candle. We've now broken the prior two swing highs. We're challenging this swing high, but breaking the MRI resistance line, to me, is even more important. Oh, there was a CPI print this morning. It came in, inflation came in high at 3.4%. Thank you, a live chat viewer, Pradeep, that pointed it out. I'm not surprised. I expected inflation to stay sticky high. I'm expecting the Fed not to lower the rate. High inflation, of course, means elevated asset prices. And therefore, I'm not surprised that markets are kind of rallying on high inflation, because you got to put your money somewhere. You know, you can't keep it in cash under your mattress that isn't making any money. All right, Matt, back to you to close us out.
Yeah, thanks, mate. I realized you must have thought I kept
Oh,
cutting
wait,
you.
sorry. One more thing. Be mindful that the stock market is on its way to a blow off top with an MRI top. I can see today being a top in the stock market with a pullback starting later tonight or tomorrow on this CPI news. I think the news is going to spread later today that because of the high inflation print, the Fed is unlikely to lower the rate. The market has a hissy fit for a couple of days, and then they realize they need to get back into risky assets because inflation is high. But for the time being, if I was in the stock market in the S&P 500, I would consider taking some profit today. You can always get back in on Monday.
Yeah,
All right, now
yeah.
back to you.
If I was in the S&P 500, I wouldn't do anything. But anyway, I'm sorry, Tony. You must have thought I kept cutting you off tonight. Normally, I've got this noise canceling mic that unless I'm
No, you're
holding it
good.
there, you can't. So I was just going, yep, 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 and you were like, yep, sorry, Matt. I was like, no, shit, I've got this. I haven't got any mic today. I'm just using a computer, so I was not trying to step in. Anyway, thanks, guys. Please like and subscribe, share it with your friends. Please watch Mark Wood's show and with Tony tonight. It's going to be great. It's going to be a great show. A real TA guy, not just a guy like me. Trust me, he's not just a degenerate trader. Please use the affiliate links in the description below. Please gear up for joining my team, the Black Box Financial Summit, whatever it's going to be called, team for the trading competition at Big Cap. It's going to be awesome. I think we'll win together. And we'll see you tomorrow. I'll probably be right here. Thanks, guys.
Yep. See you guys tomorrow. I have Winston Alexander in a live chat saying the data is showing inflation is easing. I don't see how it's easing with a 3.4% print, but I'm going to look at the report myself right after the show, and Mark and I will talk about it on the next show.
Can't wait.
All right. Later, guys.